On Friday, February 13th, GovState University hosted a Black History Month showcase where the GovState Dance Company and community partners celebrated Black history with performances of dance, song, and spoken word. The program was hosted by Dakota Creel and included performances by the GSU Gospel Choir, Terrell Chambers, the cast of All That Jazz, the GSU Drill Team, the University Park Youth Dance Company, and the GSU Dance Company. These performances honored the history of the Black community and showcased the talent within the community. With the mayor of University Park in attendance, it was a night to remember. This is Connie Du Bois with GovState News.
On Thursday, February 12th, students got into the dancing groove at Governors State University. The GSU Dance Company hosted the Salsa and Sweethearts at the Hall of Governors, where this beginner-friendly salsa workshop taught basic steps into these students' dances. Students were able to attend solo or bring their own partner.
I am the advisor to the GSU Dance Company, and tonight we held an event called Salsa and Sweethearts, and I was the guest salsa instructor. And we just had a class, and we had a contest, and we had a great time bringing community members together through the joy of dance.
It was a lovely time. I'm so glad that they hosted it. You know, a lot of people don't know that salsa is rooted in Afro, heritage. So these are our dances, and it's important that we learn them because it's a part of our heritage as well. So.
For GovState News, this is Jalen Pia.
As a part of Black History Month, a special student event was hosted by the Black Student Union this Thursday at the Lakeside Lounge. Students were invited to stop by, support the organization, and enjoy walking tacos, pastries, candy, and more. The event was sponsored by the Center for Student Engagement and Leadership and the Office of the Dean of Students and celebrated community, culture, and connection across campus. Organizers say events like this help bring students together while honoring Black history and culture. This has been Noah Norris for GovState News.
Hello everyone, this is Leonardo Salinas with GSU News. I'm here on site at the McCormick Place for the annual Chicago Auto Show, taking place every February and attracting thousands of people from across the country. This is a week-long showcase of cars from all your favorite auto brands, as well as letting us take a peek into the future of the automotive industry. Today, we're here to take a glimpse at exactly that.
During the week-long event, there were hundreds of cars available for showgoers to test out, as well as other attractions such as the Jeep test drives. I also learned about the unique JDM culture that is present here in Chicago, and the amount of passion they have for restoring classic Japanese sports cars to their former glory, and the amount of money it takes.
Oh, it really depends on how much money you have, like if you got the money, you can get it done within a year. It depends on how many modifications you want to do or how you want to modify the car too. So it really all depends.
Walking around the event proves that it is enjoyed by all manner of people, even employees from Ford's own factory, which is located here in Chicago.
I do love it. I do get free tickets because of the union. I'm enjoying it. You have a lot of different cars from different brands, Audi, BMW, Volkswagen, Hyundai, and of course, the big brand, Ford.
Toyota being a worldwide brand, I wanted to get their perspective on what makes Chicago different from car shows across the United States.
So the how they compare, I mean, the LA show is really big, just as it is big here in Chicago as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really saturated with people. They always bring a big crowd.
Oh.
Yeah.
Year after year, the auto show proves itself to be an amazing experience for all sorts of people, ranging from families to longtime car enthusiasts. Whether you're looking for the latest muscle car fresh off the line or a more humble family camper, this show has exactly what you're looking for. One thing is for certain, it's exciting times in the automotive industry right now. This has been Leonardo Salinas with GSU News.
Hi, I'm Mia Romo. Queer pop artist Chapel Roan has officially announced on her social media that she has parted ways with her talent agency. Chappell Roan has left the Weiserman agency after its founder and industry executive Casey Weiserman was named in the latest batch of the Epstein files. The files revealed emails sent in 2003 between Weiserman and Jeffrey Epstein's ex-girlfriend and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. The singer announced on Instagram, "I hold my teams to the highest standards and have a duty to protect them as well," adding that no artist, agent, or employee should be expected to overlook actions that conflict with their moral values. Weiserman has since apologized for his past exchanges, claiming they took place long before Maxwell's crimes, and that he has never had a personal relationship with Epstein himself. Reporting for Jaguar News at noon, I'm Mia Romo.
Good evening, I'm Noel Trimmy reporting after another day of the 2026 Winter Olympics, where fans and athletes alike are united behind Team USA, but not behind the current administration.
Just one day after the start of the Winter Olympics, President Donald Trump called U.S. Olympic free skier Hunter Hess a real loser after the Olympian made comments about representing the United States. Hess stated that in the current climate, domestically and internationally, it brings up mixed emotions and is a little hard to represent the country. He also stated that if things align with his moral values, then he'll represent it, and just because he's wearing the U.S. flag didn't mean he represents everything that's going on. These comments earned the ire of conservative media outlets, social media influencers, and the president himself, as Trump stated that Hess shouldn't have tried out for the team and that it is now very hard to root for him. Vice President J.D. Vance was in attendance for the Olympics and gave his comments on the matter.
My advice to them would be to try to bring the country together. And when you're representing the country, you're representing Democrats and Republicans. You're there to play a sport, and you're there to represent your country and hopefully win a medal. You're not there to pop off about politics. So when Olympic athletes enter the political arena, they should expect some pushback. But most Olympic athletes, whatever their politics, are doing a great job, are certainly enjoy the support of the entire country. And I think recognize that the way to bring the country together is not to show up in a foreign country and attack the President of the United States, but it's to play your sport and represent the country well.
Several American athletes have voiced their disapproval of Trump and his administration's immigration policies, and fans in attendance actively booed the vice president at the opening ceremony.
With the 2026 Winter Olympics ending on February 22nd, fans and athletes are not only hoping to bring home more gold, but peace to the country. This is Noel Trimmy reporting for Jaguar News at noon.
This Black History Month, we remember the life and legacy of civil rights leader Jesse Jackson. The longtime activist and political figure has passed away, leaving behind decades of impact on the fight for equality, voting rights, and economic justice. Born in Greenville, South Carolina, Jackson rose to national prominence working alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement of the 1960s. He later founded Operation Push and the Rainbow Push Coalition, organizations dedicated to economic empowerment, education, and social justice. Jackson made history in 1984 and 1988 when he ran for president, becoming one of the first Black candidates to mount a serious campaign for the nation's highest office. His campaigns energized millions of voters and helped pave the way for greater political representation. As we honor Black History Month, leaders across the country are remembering Jesse Jackson as a powerful voice for change, a man who dedicated his life to expanding opportunity and justice for all. I'm Kate Eisen with GovState News.
I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now.
On January 30th, independent reporter and former CNN anchor Don Lemon and 8 others were arrested by federal agents for covering the January 18th church protest at City's Church in St. Paul, Minneapolis. The reporters were both indicted on charges of conspiracy and interfering with the First Amendment rights of worshipers. The protest of the church was focused on the head of a local field office for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, that served as the church's pastor. Lemon and reporter Georgia Fort were present as they covered this protest. This arrest and use of the FACE Act is troubling for the media who wonder how to go forward with coverage of the current administration's actions. This is Connie Du Bois with GovState News.
Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse are raising concerns about recently released court records. Many say redactions were inconsistent and in some cases harmful. Some victims report their statements were heavily blacked out, while other survivors' details were left visible, causing fear, anger, and re-traumatization. Advocates say the process protected potential abusers more than the victims. Federal officials say they are reviewing the records and working to correct mistakes, balancing transparency with privacy. Experts and advocates are urging careful handling of sensitive information to avoid further harm. For many survivors, these redactions highlight ongoing challenges in the pursuit of justice. This has been Noah Norris for GovState News. Efforts to pass a government funding measure have stalled after lawmakers declined to fast-track a vote, raising concerns about a potential government shutdown. The delay underscores deep divisions within U.S. Congress as leaders struggle to reach a compromise. Without an agreement, federal agencies could face disruptions as the funding deadline approaches. Lawmakers on both sides say negotiations are ongoing, but key disagreements remain unresolved. The uncertainty has increased pressure on Congress to act before essential government operations are affected. This has been Noah Norris for GovState News.
This is a full frontal attack on democracy. This is a code red.
On Wednesday, January 28th, the FBI raided the election hub in Fulton County, Georgia, seizing more than 700 boxes of 2020 election materials. Their justification of this act was based on claims of wrongdoing that had been previously investigated by state law enforcement. Georgia was a state that President Trump lost during the previous 2020 election and has insisted that it was stolen even though no evidence of this was found. This direct action against Fulton County has led Democratic election officials to state fears about the U.S. Department of Justice lawsuits that are mostly targeting Democratic states and attempting to receive voter data that includes dates of birth and partial Social Security numbers. This information could be used to build a database to interfere with voters in future elections as the midterm elections are soon to begin. This is Connie Du Bois with GovState News. On February 13th, the government entered a partial shutdown as Congress weren't able to come to an agreement on funding for the Department of Homeland Security. This funding dilemma comes after the shooting deaths of 2 U.S. citizens by ICE agents in Minneapolis in January. Democrats want more restrictions to be placed on agents, such as wearing body cams and removing masks, while Republicans have rejected any change. The shutdown will affect agencies under the DHS like TSA, FEMA, Coast Guard, Secret Service, and more. The Department of Homeland Security briefly shut down the TSA PreCheck and Global Entry programs for air travel to preserve limited funds before rolling it back and reinstating those programs. While there are available funds for the department due to the previous Big Beautiful Bill passed last year, most employees won't get paid until the shutdown is over. Lawmakers return to Washington on February 23rd, and the conversation is ongoing. This is Connie Du Bois with GovState News.
Anti-ICE protests are emerging in cities across the country, with demonstrators calling for changes to immigration enforcement policies and increased accountability from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Organizers say the demonstrations have been largely peaceful, drawing students, activists, and community members to rallies and walkouts. In some locations, the protests have led to a heightened law enforcement presence as officials monitor crowds and maintain public order. Protesters argue current enforcement practices are harmful to immigrant communities and families. The demonstrations highlight a growing national debate over immigration policy and federal enforcement strategies. This has been Noah Norris for GovState News.
Tragedy strikes in northwest Iowa as students and staff from Iowa Lakes Community College are mourning the loss of a student and teammate after a deadly bus crash Wednesday, February 12th. A bus carrying players and coaches from the school's baseball program ran off Iowa Highway 4 near Twin Lakes in Calhoun County. Officials confirmed 19-year-old Carter Johnson of Rapid City, South Dakota, died in the crash.
Our thoughts and prayers are with Carter's family. We cannot imagine the depth of their loss, and we are holding them close in our hearts.
Dozens more were hurt, with at least 32 injuries. First responders from multiple counties worked together to assist the injured, triaging and transporting players and staff in what authorities described as a mass casualty incident. Local baseball organizations and coaches are also reacting. In Omaha, coaches and community leaders say baseball families across the region are devastated by the news and are praying for the healing and support for everyone affected.
We just want them to know that our hearts are reaching out to them and that we're thinking about them, and hopefully we can support them in any way we possibly can.
The Iowa State Patrol continues to investigate the cause of the crash. Iowa Lakes Community College says counseling services remain available for students and staff as the campus community grieves and those injured continues to recover. I'm Kay Eisen with GovState News.
New health data shows flu infections are rebounding after a recent decline. Officials report rising case numbers across multiple regions, signaling renewed concern as seasonal factors take effect. Experts say reduced immunity may also be contributing to the increase, particularly as people spend more time indoors. Health agencies are closely observing the trend and worrying that cases could continue to climb. Public health leaders continue to urge flu vaccinations and preventative measures, including frequent hand washing and staying home when sick. This has been Noah Norris for GovState News.
Cold temperatures that began January 23rd are continuing through the weekend, bringing freezing conditions, travel disruptions, and widespread power outages. Since the 23rd, overnight lows have dropped near or below freezing, with daytime highs staying in the 30s and 20s. Heavy snow and rapid temperature drops have created icy roads and hazardous conditions. Several school districts have canceled or delayed classes due to unsafe travel conditions. At this time, airlines have reported flight cancellations and delays as crews work to de-ice aircraft and manage weather-related scheduling issues. Ice buildup and falling tree limbs have brought down power lines in some areas, leaving thousands without electricity. Utility crews are working extended hours to restore service, but officials warn that additional power outages are possible if temperatures remain low. Freezing temperatures have also caused trees to split. Some fallen branches have blocked streets and damaged vehicles. Officials are urging residents to limit travel, check on vulnerable neighbors, and report downed power lines as crews continue cleanup efforts throughout the weekend. I'm Kay Eisen with GovState News.
This is Milo. Pets are family. But every year, 10 million go missing. And the way we look for them hasn't changed in years.
What was supposed to be a heartwarming ad ended up causing a heated controversy. A recent Super Bowl ad from Amazon's Ring doorbell is sparking debates about privacy concerns and artificial intelligence. The ad promoted Ring's new Search Party feature, which uses AI technology to help find lost dogs. By using photos that users would post in the Ring app, outdoor cameras using the network can scan for a match and alert users of the missing dog if it's spotted nearby. Some viewers saw this as a helpful and heartwarming application of the AI technology, while many raised concerns about unwanted surveillance and applications and implications of AI.
It should be heartwarming, but a lot of people are reading something very sinister into it. A lot of this is people speculating about how the technology could be used in the future by a bad actor, rather than necessarily bad behavior that's happening right now.
I saw it live, and it was one of those, uh-oh moments. These technologies are getting so advanced and so sophisticated, we can't just ignore the implications and the risk.
These same things that are treated as privacy risks for some people are actually kind of a feature.
Ring founder Jamie Siminoff says that the feature is designed and limited to specifically detect dogs. Users also must grant permission in order to share footage.
Right now, the search party feature is literally just built for dogs. So it's built to look for dogs, to tell you if the dog is in front of your house, and then you have the decision to, contact the owner or not.
Competitor company Wise released a satirical video about the concerns and public distrust around AI-powered surveillance.
We could find literally anyone, but we only use this technology to find lost dogs.
After the backlash, Amazon ended Ring's partnership with Flock Safety. This partnership previously allowed Ring users to share captured video footage with the police and law enforcement. For GovState News, this is Jalen Pio.
Couples across the country are feeling the pinch as economic uncertainty hits household budgets. Experts say now more than ever, money talks are essential. Financial coach Karen Kafa recommends regular check-ins on budgets, saving goals, and spending priorities, especially as prices rise and financial plans shift. She says these conversations shouldn't wait for a crisis, and making these a routine can prevent tension and keep couples on the same page. Treating finances as a shared responsibility rather than a source of conflict can help reduce stress and improve decision-making. And experts know open communication gives partners a chance to support each other's goals and build financial confidence together. For couples navigating these uncertain times, talking about money might be the best investment of all. This has been Noah Norris for GovState News. Tesla is introducing a lower-cost version of its best-selling Model Y SUV in the U.S. as the company looks to boost demand amid slowing sales. The new all-wheel drive trim is priced between about $41,000 and $43,000. That's several thousand less than the previous premium AWD model, but it includes fewer premium features and a shorter estimated range of roughly 294 miles. Tesla says the move is a part of a broader strategy to streamline its lineup and attract more cost-conscious buyers as federal tax credit changes and rising competition reshape the EV market. This has been Noah Norris for GovState News.
Welcome to Hollywood Buzz. Today, we begin with two losses in entertainment. Actor Eric Dane has passed away.
All right, what a colossal talent he is. No, but it was David Frankel, Jennifer Aniston, and Owen Wilson, and that was it for me.
Dane was widely known for his work in television and built a career spanning more than 2 decades. Colleagues and fans are sharing tributes online, remembering his performances and his impact on television audiences. Also making headlines, Oliver Grant, a close collaborator of the Wu-Tang Clan, has passed away. Grant worked alongside the group during their rise and was involved in business and creative ventures tied to the collective. Members of the hip-hop community are acknowledging his role in the group's extended legacy. Turning to music, several major wins at this year's Grammy Awards. Billie Eilish secured another Grammy for Song of the Year for her song Wildflower, continuing her run as one of the industry's most awarded young artists.
Thank you so much. I can't believe this. Everyone else in this category are so amazing. I love you so much. I feel so honored every time I get to be in this room. And as grateful as I feel, I honestly don't feel like I need to say anything, but that no one is illegal on stolen land.
Bad Bunny also picked up a Grammy for Album of the Year, continuing his run by reinforcing his position as a global force in Latin and mainstream music.
Before I say thanks to God, I'm gonna say eyes out.
Kendrick Lamar and SZA won a Record of the Year Grammy for their collaboration song Luther, marking another joint milestone for the pair whose previous work has consistently charted.
But what I really wanted to say is, please don't fall into despair. I know that right now is a scary time. I know the algorithms tell us that it's so scary and all is lost. There's been world wars, there's been plagues, and we have gone on. We can go on. We need each other. We need to trust each other and trust ourselves, trust your heart. We're not governed by the government, we're governed by God. And I thank you so much. So God bless you, that's all I wanted to say.
Multi-Grammy winner Lady Gaga took the spotlight with a powerful performance of her hit song, Abracadabra. Gaga also came through with Grammy wins, including Best Pop Vocal Album for Mayhem and Best Dance Pop Recording for Abracadabra. She used her acceptance moments to thank collaborators, her partner, and her fans, cementing another memorable moment at the Grammys. Actress and Stranger Things star Maya Hawke has tied the knot to musician Christian Lee Hudson in a surprise ceremony in New York City on February 14th. Surrounded by family and friends, her parents Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke were there, along with several Stranger Things castmates. Fans are calling it one of the most romantic celeb weddings of the year.
We can work together to inspire people everywhere.
In Los Angeles, Bill Nye received a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. Nye was honored for his long-running work in science education and television.
I am probably the president's #1 fan, and that's not going to change.
Rapper Nicki Minaj is making headlines after appearing on stage with President Donald Trump. The surprise moment happened during a campaign-style rally where Minaj briefly joined Trump. Videos show the Grammy-winning artist waving to supporters, exchanging a few words with President Trump. It's unclear whether the appearance signals a formal endorsement, but the moment quickly lit up social media, drawing strong reactions from both fans and critics. The Atlanta Falcons are reviewing the arrest of linebacker James Pierce Jr., who faced felony charges including aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and fleeing law enforcement following an incident in South Florida. The organization says it's gathering additional information.
If you hurt her, I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to
to see it.
Scream 7 brought out the biggest opening weekend in the franchise's 3-decade history. The latest chapter in the legendary horror series brought out a massive $64 million in its opening weekend.
In the world of magic, everything that disappears reappears. Woo! It is very good to be back.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't is now on Blu-ray and DVD. The Four Horsemen return for a new global heist with deleted scenes and behind-the-scenes extras included.
So this is your first hunt. And you've come to the most dangerous planet in the universe.
Predator Badlands is also out on Blu-ray and DVD. The newest movie places the Predator in remote desert, introducing a new cast and a standalone storyline. That's it for your Hollywood Buzz. I'm Kate Eisen with GovState News.
I see that question.
The new indie horror film Iron Lung has been making waves at the box office. YouTuber Markiplier, also known as Mark Fishbach, wrote, directed, financed, and starred in the film.
Basically, I wanted to make a feature. I knew that I wanted to do that. I had made a few YouTube originals, and they were really a lot of fun. Like, I've been doing YouTube for a long time and doing various things on YouTube. But I knew that to take the next step in my artistic journey, there had to be something that felt more official than a YouTube-related project.
You did test this thing, right?
This is the test.
The film is an adaptation of the indie video game of the same name. Made with a $3 million budget, Iron Lung has made more than $30 million domestically. The film was released originally for a 3-day run nationwide from January 30th to February 1st, but so far has been extended to February 19th. Whether you are into movies, horror, or content creation, this one is for you.
Enough of us left to be throwing lives away, but there is too much at stake not to take calculated risks.
For GovState News, this is Jalen Pio. Look out! Here comes the Spider Noir. The new live-action series, Spider Noir, is swinging this way to streaming this spring. Nicolas Cage will reprise his role as the Dark Hero in the upcoming series, based on the Spider-Man Noir title. Cage previously voiced the character in Into the Spider-Verse and now puts on the mask for this live-action role. The series is set in an alternate 1930s New York, where we follow Ben Reilly, a struggling private investigator who also fights as the masked superhero. The show will release in 2 versions, where viewers can experience an authentic black and white experience or the True Hue full-color edition. The series will premiere on May 25th on MGM Plus and begin streaming on May 27th on Prime Video.
Tell me why.
You already know how it ends.
Well then, start from the beginning.
For GovState News, this is Jalen Pio.